Good morning, students. This is Vijay Gadvi, Assistant Professor in CE Department SSIT. We are still continue with unit number 6. Today, we are start with session HMAC, hash-based MAC. In previous session, we are learned MD5, algorithm and descriptions, secure hash algorithm, and comparison of MD5 and SHA. Then we are learning details the RIPEMD, in which the most common we used with 160 bits. Now we are start with hash based MAC, that means HMAC, which is a cryptography is sometimes expanded as either keyed hash message authentication code or hash based message authentication code, in which you are already aware with cryptography or cryptology. I repeat, is a practice and study of technique for secure communication in the presence of third parties. Third parties are always adversaries. Is more generally, cryptography is about constructing and analyze the protocols that prevent third parties or public from reading a private message. In cryptography, HMAC sometimes expanded as either keyed hash message authentication code or hash based message authentication code is a specific type of message authentication code. That means a MAC. MAC is sometimes known as a tag, is a short piece of information used to authenticate a message. In other words, to confirm that the message came from the started sender and has not been changed. Here, the MAC value protect both the message, the data integrity and consistency. MAC involving a cryptographic hash functions is CHF is a mathematical algorithm that map data of arbitrary size to bit array of fixed size and a secret cryptographic key. Key is the most important and is a piece of information that determine the functional output of a cryptographic algorithm. For encryption algorithm, a key specifies the transformation of plain text into ciphertext and vice versa for decryption algorithm. Keys also specify transformation in other. As with any MAC, it may be used to simultaneously verify both the data integrity and authenticity of a message. Data integrity, you already aware the maintenance and of assurance of accuracy and consistency of data over its entire life cycle and is a critical aspect to the design, implementation and usage of system which store, processing or retrieves the data. Then authenticity. Authentications is an act of providing an assertion such as the identity of a computer system user. In contrast with identification, the act of indicating a person of things identity, authentication is the process of verifying that identity. It might involve validating personal identity documents. In previous session, we are already aware with the most important example with digital signature. In details, HMAC is a hash functions such as SHA-2 and SHA-3. SHA, that means secure hash algorithm may be used in calculation of HMAC. The resulting MAC algorithm is termed HMAC-X, is the hash function used. How many hash function you used? Here, for example, HMAC SHA-256 and HMAC SHA-3 256. The cryptographic strength of HMAC depends upon the cryptographic strength. Cryptographic strength, that means a strong cryptography, are generally term applied to cryptographic system or components that are considerably highly resistant or cryptanalysis of the underlying hash function. The size of its hash output and size and quality of keys. HMAC uses two passes of hash computation. HMAC is a secret key, the first used to derive two keys. First one is used inner and second one is used for outer. The first pass of the algorithm produces an internal hash derived from the message and the inner key. The second pass produces the final HMAC code derived from the inner hash result and the outer key. Then algorithm provides better immunity against length extension attack. Here, length extension attack is a type of attack where an attacker can use a hash. Hash means a type of message and length of message to calculate hash. For attacker control the message without needing to know the content of message and algorithms. This is a length extension attack which is caused in cryptographic strength. An iterative hash function break up a message into block of fixed size and iterates over them with a compression function. Compression function which is used to transform a two fixed length input into fixed length output. Transformation is a one way, meaning that it is difficult given a particular output to compute input which compress to that output. For example, SHA-256 operates on 512-bit blocks. The size of the output of HMAC is the same as that of underlying hash function. For example, 256 and 1600 bits in case of SHA-256 and SHA-3 respectively, although it can be truncated if desired. HMAC does not encrypt the message. Instead, the message, encrypted or not, must be sent alongside the HMAC hash. A source and destination parties will the secret key will hash the message against themselves, and if it is authentic, the received and computed hash will match. The definition and analysis of HMAC construction was first published in 1996 by Dr. Ballard and Canty. They are wrote RFC 2104 in 1997. In definition of HMAC, which is in which we are use H is a cryptographic hash function M is a message to be authenticated. K is a secret key. K is a block size key derived from the secret key either by padding to the right with zeros up to the block size or by hashing down to less than the block size first and then padding to the right with zeros. Here we use the bitwise exclusive OR operations, and OPAD is a block size outer padding and IPAD is a block size inner padding. For outer padding is consisting of repeated bytes value, and inner padding is a consistent bytes value 0 multiplied by 36. Here HMAC is chosen for security implementation for Internet protocol and secure socket layer. It's widely used in Internet. The fundamental idea of HMAC is to reuse the existing MD5 message digest 5 or secure hash algorithm 1. 1 is used for 128 bits. I hope you remember. We are also learned in figure the original message is transfer to existing MD5 or SHA1. Here we use two algorithms for process. We apply two algorithms. First one is MD5 or SHA1. Then we generate a message digest or a hash value which will be encrypted using keys, and then we generate a HMAC. This is a figure how it's processed and the flow, how to encrypt a message digest or hash value become encrypted by using an algorithm is either MD5 or SHA, and how to generate a HMAC. Now, how it's work? Before that, you need to know about the design principles of HMAC. HMAC specification was motivated by the existence of attack on more trivial mechanism for combining a key with hash function. For example, one might assume the same security that HMAC provide could be achieved with MAC. MAC is equal to hash function plus key and message. However, this method suffers from a serious flaw with most hash function. It is easy to append data to the message without knowing the key and obtain another valid MAC. I repeat, it's all about the length extension attack. The alternative, appending the key using MAC, is equal to H message or key, suffer from the problem that an attacker who can find a collision in the hash function has collision in the MAC. Here we use two message 1 and 2 yield the same hash will provide the same start condition to the hash function before the appended key is hashed. Hence, the final hash will be the same. Using MAC, here we use key and message, and then once again key is a better, but security have suggested the vulnerabilities with the approach even when two different keys are used. Here we are talking about the security and how we use the mass function using hash value. Then no known extension attack have been found against the current HMAC specification, which is defined with the hash key and message. because the outer application of the hash function masks the intermediate result of the internal hash. The value of IPAD and OPAD are not critical to the security of algorithm, but were defined in such a way to have a large Hamming distance for each other. And so the inner and outer key will have fewer bits in a common. The security reduction of HMAC does not require them to be different in the least one bit. You are already aware the new technical word is a Hamming distance. It is a Hamming distance between two strings of equal length and is the same number of positions at which the corresponding symbol are different. In other words, it measures the minimum number of substitutions required to change one string into another. Now we are talking about security, but before that we are start how HMAC works. It's working on basis of message digest, hash functions, input message, IPAD and OPAD. IPAD is a string repeated but 8 times and OPAD is the same as well. Here we are seeing some string value in binary format are 00110110. For OPAD is a string of 010, 110 and 10. It represented bit for 8 times. Here we see few algorithm and steps how HMAC works. In step 1 to 3, it make the length of k equal to b. K is used for key and b is a variable, a value of particular information. Here we see in the first conditions we take the length k less than b, that means is apparent 0 on left side. In second step, the length k is equal to b, and in third, length k greater than b. In second case, if the condition k is equal to b satisfied, then we need to go for step 2. And third conditions, when length k greater than b, then hash k reduce its length to b. In step 4, we are applying XOR operations with IPAD to produce a S1. In step 5, we append a message to S1. In step 6, we apply the message digest algorithm and its steps. In step 7, XOR operations with key with OPAD to produce S2. Then in step 8 is append H to S2. Step 9, we applying once again the message digest algorithm. Then step 10, we need to calculate the MAC. I hope you understand the how HMAC works with flow of certain steps with step 1 to step 10. Here is a flow chart and how which the HMAC construct the entire string. Here you see the representation of steps 1, 2, 3. It's determine the k and then directly forward the value by using OPAD to step 7. In step 4, 5 and 6, we need to conclude the information with various bit 8 times, per bits 8 times. In step 8, 9 and 10, we need to conclude the leftmost t bytes of h by using the mathematical equations and XOR operations. The cryptographic strength of HMAC depends upon the size of secret key that is used. The most common attack HMAC is brute force to uncover the secret key. HMAC are substantially less affected by collision than underlying hashing algorithm alone. Its key longer than B bytes are first hashed using H, which leads to confusing pseudo collision. If the key is longer than the hash block size, for example 64-bit, then HMAC KM is computed as a HMAC HKM. This property is sometimes raised as a possible weakness of HMAC. In password hashing scenario, it has been demonstrated that it's possible to find long ASCII string and random value whose hash will be also an ASCII string, and both value will produce the same HMAC output. Here we are looking forward for why we use HMAC and why we follow the certain step to security, because its property, especially its cryptographic strength, and highly dependent on its underlying hash function. Particular HMAC is usually identified based on a hash function, so we have HMAC algorithm that go by the names HMAC MD5, HMAC SHA1. Last conclusion session, in which HMAC should you use to would normally choose an HMAC based on its underlying hash functions. So example, you would want to use HMAC MD5 if performance is more critical to you than security. On the other hand, if security is more critical, then you might want to use HMAC SHA256 instead. Thank you. Jai Swaminarayan. I hope you understand the entire session. Thank you.